Hi, my name's Kyle Hogan. I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the School of Stardom application on Facebook. I don't know how I feel about Emma. I wanted to like her. I went into this competition thinking she's just going to rock this. Uh, but she didn't. She could not take criticism at all, and that was so hard to watch. I just someone says one negative thing and she takes it so much to heart and then just becomes very spiteful and self-righteous, and I get and appreciate and love that she cares about and loves herself and thinks that she's a talented person. She is very talented. She's very wonderful and boisterous and very, opinionated, which are all great qualities, but sometimes she takes it to the extreme and just. The last thing that really bothered me about Emma is that she always seemed like she was a version of herself when she was playing a character. Like, she never really, until the end, I feel, became a character. She was always herself portraying something. And then conversely, when she was just being herself, just very candid, the diary type videos, she always seemed like she was performing for someone or trying to stand out and be like, oh, I'm the greatest thing ever, and using her boyfriend as a validator, which annoyed me. Her last two sketches, though, I feel she really came into her own at the very end of the competition with the fire escape dances, and the whole Minnie Mouse sketch was just. I could not get enough of that sketch. That was the first time I was like, this is awesome. I love this. So that made me very excited. I also followed Martin. Martin I really liked. That was kind of like the opposite experience. Like, that was the experience I was hoping to have with Emma, but just I didn't. This guy is just personable. He's gracious. He understands all of the assignments, and that's a really refreshing thing to see after Emma really not grasping the idea behind the assignments and molding them into what she felt she could do better with. Martin did a good job of maintaining that balance between becoming your character and putting enough of yourself and your own personal experiences into a character, but without seeming like he was just portraying a character. He really did a good job of becoming that character and finding that balance, which I found very commendable. He did a good job of stepping outside of his comfort zone, and even though you could tell that he wasn't comfortable, he was still always willing to go forth and try something new because that was the task at hand, and that's what he wanted to do, even with like the shower scene. A lot of other people weren't comfortable with that, but he knew it was the assignment at hand, so he did what he could to rock that. Although in the first assignment, he lifted weights at breakfast. I don't know of anyone who does that, but maybe he does do that, and that's why he looks awesome. And You're not supposed to jiggle. I clearly don't do weights. As far as the overall plot, I feel like a lot of could have been done to improve things, like introduce the judges, because after a while, we just had a cutaway to Oldie McOlderton, and I'm just supposed to assume that he's a judge, albeit a very creepy, intense judge. But then you have nice British lady, and I like her. I feel like if at the very beginning there's an introduction to these people, and they gave a short little video bio, this is who I am, I will be judging you, this is why I'm qualified, listen to me for these reasons, that would be good. I felt the assignments themselves were very appropriate. They let people step outside their comfort zones, they force people to really take on what it means to be an actor. The judges would really get to see if this person's, a one trick pony or a multi talent stallion. The mechanics of the whole app are very shaky to me, and I feel need a lot of tweaking and a lot of streamlining, mostly. You have this bar that says, okay, short, medium, long. I think what would be more appropriate is if you just have an episode length episode and then just a highlight length episode. So if you want to go back and catch up, you have the option of just looking at highlights, or if you want to watch entire episodes for the first time, you can watch the entire episode. Very simple, very straightforward. Finally, the two things that I feel should just be taken away are the comedy drama in between bar, because otherwise you just get three different storylines and you don't know which one to really go for. So that's just very confusing, and I feel like that decision should be made for us. Along with that, I feel the smiley face, frowny face, and was that a battery? What was that? I don't know. Those should all just be eliminated. And I think mine had a bug in it or something because I was watching one of the Emma episodes and it was when she was singing, and I didn't. My cursor wasn't even moving. It wasn't even on that screen. It all of a sudden just all these frowny faces started just popping up from the bottom and just going all over as she was singing, and it kind of made me feel bad for her because I thought like the application itself didn't like her singing, and that made me feel bad for her. In short, I think this application has a lot of potential. It just needs a lot of streamlining and a lot of work done to it. I think this is a great first step into a big social uh, media type thing that we can follow and all contribute and be a part of and feel a sense of community over. And so I'd like to see this grow and become something much better than it is right now because I want it to succeed.